Hello, so my name is Crystal, and I decided to do a blog on my journey with my hysterectomy because sometimes, people are out there and they just need information and need to know what to expect and that sort of thing. So please excuse my shirt. I don't know what this is. Some kind of food I had today. But anyways, it's day one, the day after my surgery. So post surgery. And right now I feel okay. There's a lot of soreness. And yeah, I was really sore today. I woke up sore. So I had my uterus removed. And then once he got in, he saw some issues. So he took my tubes as well and some scar tissue. And that was basically it. Now, immediately after the surgery, I woke up. I kind of had an attitude. I don't know why, but I had an attitude and I was ready to go. I did have outpatient surgery. So basically they told me that I basically had to, just be in recovery for a while and let the anesthesia wear off, and then I would have to urine. Now that was an issue because they said that when you have this surgery, sometimes it's hard for your bladder to catch back on, which I thought was kind of weird, but it was hard for your bladder to catch back on, and they said that it could take up to 6 hours for me to urine. Didn't like that. I was ready to go, kind of in pain, so they gave me more pain medication, and they gave me an IV with fluid so that my bladder could get really full and I can use it. And you have to use a certain amount before you can go. And also they have to do a scan on your bladder as well. So excuse me, after a while I started to feel, it's irritating me. I started to feel as if I had to do the number 2 more so than urine. So at first I told her, well, no, I want to make myself urine because I'm ready to go. And she was like, no, you can't force yourself. Just let your body happen naturally just because you're ready to go. So then a little bit after that, I started to feel like I had to do the number 2. And I told her, so she was like, okay, well, we'll get you up. And they got me up to go to the restroom. And when I got in there, I did start feeling like my bladder was full, but it really took a minute. Like I had to literally like try to think, like send the signals to my brain on its own, like brain, let me pee. And so I did urinate a lot, and I never used the bathroom because my stomach was too sore. So they let me go home. But before that, they had to do the ultrasound on my bladder, and I didn't like that at all, y'all, because they have to push down with that instrument, and it doesn't feel great at all. It actually hurts really bad. So that was the part that I didn't like and didn't know I was going to have to do. And after that, I was able to leave. And, I kind of was hunched over when I was trying to walk. But other than that, I was pretty much okay. I had a pretty good night. Just make sure I kept with my meds, alternating between the narcotic and the Toradol. And I did say, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and my meds had wore off, and I immediately felt the pain as soon as I woke up. So I took it again, and then, I immediately went back to sleep and everything was fine. Now, this morning when I woke up, I was really sore, like really, really sore. I couldn't even like lean up because my meds had wore off. So I would suggest that you probably use some alarms on your phone, or have your significant other or whoever is seeing about you do that. So therefore you don't have to worry about your meds wearing off, because like when my meds wore off today when I woke up, I literally had to get my significant other to get me up to be able to use the restroom. Just to lean up in the bed. Like I couldn't really move because the soreness was just that bad. But as soon as I got the medicine back in my system and it started to work, I was okay. So I do have some stomach swelling. Of course, I had the robot done for my surgery, so I have what you call it, I would say I would have the stitches in different areas, and so I do have some stomach swelling, and I am very gassy. So I'm gonna show you guys. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to show you guys. Yeah, so you see that here, and then I have a spot here, and then, on the inside of my navel. So those are the things, and I'm really gassy right now, guys. I still haven't used the restroom as far as the number 2 yet, because it's really hard to push. If you're when you're having this type of surgery done, like I said, the soreness is so bad, you don't really want to push. I'm probably gonna have to end up using enema, taking some sort of laxative to assist, even though the laxative is probably gonna make your stomach cramp. But yeah, very much bloated. So I do try to get up and do the walk, because once you start walking, it does make the gas travel, and you either burp it or you pass gas. So the walking definitely helps, because as soon as I start walking, I'll immediately start burping. But you're very gassy, so I take Gas X to kind of assist with me. Another thing you can do is hot showers. Oh my god, it feels so great. Like, I just stand in there for 45 minutes and just let the shower take over. It's amazing. It makes you feel a lot better. And also, I lay down with a heating pad. A heating pad is your friend. Listen, you put that thing on your stomach and it brings you a lot of comfort. So this is day 1. I didn't want to do a long video overdrawn. I hate when people do that and talk all this extra stuff. So this is day 1, and again, I had my uterus removed and my tubes removed. I did have maybe 19 fibroids. My uterus was swollen and it was almost up to my breast. So yeah, as you can see, I was in a lot of pain. One of my fibroids was the size of a newborn's baby head. So I'm just excited to see, what my life is going to be like now that I don't have this anymore. And I do want to go in and say that I had a surgery years ago for my fibroids, and I didn't even know that I had 19 back then. Well, I had over 19. I had at least 19, and I didn't know that I had them. I was losing a lot of blood during my cycles, and I just had a migraine for a whole week, and I went to the hospital, and they said that I didn't have any blood, and I was damn near about to die. So I was in ICU, and I had to get blood transfusions and that sort of thing. And then I had this procedure called the UFE, and that's when they go in and cut the blood supply off to your fibroids, and I was told that they would shrink and I would pass them out, and that would be that. Well, let's say that didn't work. So I went back in and had another procedure where they went in with the laser and they burnt some fibroids out. And this was back in probably 2012 when that happened. And I thought that I was good after that, because I didn't have any problems. I wasn't having the heavy cycles anymore, and life was good. Excuse me. No one told me that, hey, they will come back. So in the last year, they came back, and they came back with a vengeance, and they came back even worse and more painful and causing me a lot of issues. And like I said, my uterus was swollen. A lot of times I would try to, put on certain clothes and think I'm looking cute and fitted clothes. And I never was a person that had a stomach. So I had good stomach gang is what I call it. And all of a sudden my stomach started swelling and would be big and ugly and just messing up my clothes. And that was because the fibroids were back. And the doctor said, oh yeah, the UFE doctors don't tell you that. But yeah, they come back. So at this point, hysterectomy was a choice. Well, it was the only choice for me, because before I didn't want to do that. I felt like I was too young, and I was like, I'm not messing with my female's parts, and I don't want to have dry vagina and all of that kind of stuff. So I have my ovaries, and everybody tell me that I'll be okay, because your body will still produce those hormones. So again, I'm just doing a blog just to let you know my journey and what's to come. So this is day 1, you guys, and I tried to make this video short, as I said, so it's under 10 minutes, and you guys have a good one, and I'll see you then.